Saturday morning. This marks the 5th week in Europe right now. And I'll be honest, I'm starting to get just slightly tired. Physically, mentally, but also tired of having to move forwards all the time or move around every single day. There's never this kind of feeling of being settled. You always know you have to be going somewhere. Whether it's today or tomorrow, you know, you've got to pack your bags, you've got to load the bike, you've got to check you've got it all. You need to work out where you're going to stay, you know, where you're going to go for that day, what roads you want to ride. All of these things. It gets tiring, you know. And the plan for today is to go and meet Annabelle's dad on the southwest coast of Slovenia. I'm going to spend the night with him and his partner. I think we're going to go out on the boat, have some beers, chill out, get some time away from the trip, get some time away from the vlog. It's a bit out of where I'm going. Obviously I'm going back down south now, but it's only an hour and a half on highway, so that's the plan. Probably a day off vlogging today, to be honest. And then tomorrow I'll head back up toward Austria for probably a whole day of nice riding is the plan into the mountains, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, it's starting to grind me down, you know, and the vlog also adds to it. The past few days it's been hard to kind of know exactly what to film. There's not been much that I've seen, you know, that I felt worth documenting really sometimes. And it's been more thoughts and feelings about the trip. And I've really missed the mountains, I have to say. What is starting to grind me down is just trying to find peace. I think I had a question a while ago about doing the vlog. Has it affected my trip in any way? And I think in a way it kind of has, because rather than just being on my own with my thoughts all of the time and being able to slow down and chill out in the moments in between, it has often become, okay, you know, I'll film something here whilst I have the time, like I'm doing right now. You know, I've got to pack the bike and get off, but I thought I'd stop here for 5 minutes and film this. And then you've got the backing up, and then the editing, and then the labeling, and you know, someone suggested today that I start putting the locations of places and the roads and stuff, which I think is a great idea. But sometimes I don't even know where I am. I'm just riding around sometimes and just stop off at places and I'm like, wow. And I can't remember every single place that I've been to. It's very difficult. And I've got a rough map, I've got so many maps and routes that I've had planned for this trip on my maps that are kind of unorganized and all over the place over Google Maps and Beeline and Waze. It's hard to go back and find where I've been exactly, you know. So it's not that easy sometimes, and editing on the go, obviously I'm on limited time. But stopping off here tonight has been lovely, last night and this morning. But now I've got that feeling again of, okay, I've got to be out by 10. Now I've got to be in at the coast by 12:30, 1 o'clock. And there's always places to be and places to go. And when I get there, I've got to take the bags off, lock the bike up, you know, wash some clothes, go out and chill out for the day, then pack the bike again the next day and get back on and head to Austria. It's kind of this non-stop rolling wheel of things to do. Even when you take more than one day off, you know it's going to come, which is quite tiring, you know, and it's incredible. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm just giving my honest feelings about this process so far. That's what's grinding me down a little bit. And yeah, anyway, this is week 5. I think this might be my final week here. Once I get to Austria and settle down for a few days for Matthias, I'm going to really plan the journey back and book a ferry and then have set dates to be doing things, you know. But until then, I'm going to take today off and just go and chill out, try to chill out, and crack on with the rest of the trip. Got some clean clothes on, ready to go and meet the dad. It's been a lovely stay here. I'm just feeling very tired again today. Not for riding, I'm fine riding, but it's more the mental strain of, as I said, always being on the move. I would really love just to stay somewhere for a few days, but yeah, where I do not know. Anyway, off we go again. We're going back down south. I'm going to try and take some time off today. it's really hard to relax. This is one thing I would say, is it's hard to relax. Like you could take a few days off, but I find it personally very hard to stop, to actually sit down and say to myself, okay, I can have a day off and not think about where I'm going and not think about the vlog and not do anything, you know. It's very hard to do that because you always feel like there's something to do, there's something to plan. And I personally find it very hard, even when I'm back at home, to stop and take a day off. But what I intend to do is stop en route now. I'm not going to take any highways. I feel like I've not really taken any this whole trip. I've taken one to get through and out of Slovenia yesterday, well, up to this part of Slovenia. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, well I did not expect this morning, but we're going on a gravel track. This is quite bizarre because I'm kind of around a really built up area and I'm finding myself on this gravel track instead of a road, but it's a bit of fun. I've literally just turned out the hotel and found myself on this really crazy gravel track, which is actually not very easy to ride whatsoever. I'm finding. Oh, hey. Wow. Okay. I'm also aware that there's people around here, so I can't really fall off and look like a fool. And I hope that I'm allowed to ride it, to be honest. It's definitely a road. God, that was quite a bit to get started right there. Wow. Okay, we're coming toward the end of it already. It's a very short one, but kind of came out of nowhere. I was not expecting this morning. Anyhow, we're off that track, heading back down. There is the small town that I'm in right now. It's stunning, it's beautiful. And down we go, down through a few hairpins with loads of gravel on. Whee! Well, we survived that one. And let's carry on. It's a beautiful day. The weather is perfect. The air is cool. And I'll be honest, now I'm back on the bike, I'm so much happier again. These trips are up and down, you know, it's so up and down. One minute you're having a great time, the next you're unsure of what you want to do. The next minute you want to go home. The next minute you don't want to leave the place. And then often as soon as I jump on the bike, as long as it's not too hot to ride, I'm just happy again. Especially now I've got some decent roads to ride on, it's just improving everything, you know. I'm really happy to be back in northern Slovenia. I am, however, heading south, but if it stays like this, then I'm going to be super happy. I'm avoiding Ljubljana today. Just avoiding cities in general for this trip has been the best thing I've done. Every time I've gone through a city, I've just been thinking to myself, what am I doing here? Too many cars, too much traffic, too many people. It gets much hotter as well. You're in a built-up area. The roads are complicated and there's so much going on. It's hard to relax. Whereas out here in the countryside, it's just perfect. I just found a dirt track. Part gravel, part dirt. But my plan is to actually pull over here and have a little chat about the bike. And then potentially ride this road, which I was not expecting, but I'm going to go take a walk first because that mud would not be possible on this bike. let me tell you that. I am here with my Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. We have just tipped over 6,000 miles in total. 3,000 of those miles have been done in the UK, 3,000 of those miles around Europe, going from London to Bosnia, and now I'm on the way back. And there's loads more to come. But I thought, what a better way to celebrate this bike than to give a brief chat about it. Just had a little chat about the bike. And now we're getting off again. I've got 2.5 hours pretty much until I get to where I'm going, and we're going to give this little bit of dirt a go. I'm assuming it's going to turn to gravel now. Oh, beautiful. So there's no real reason to be doing this track other than I turned down it by mistake, and now we're on it, going back around to the road. It seems like I've done this several times today already, but it's beautiful around here. There's a beautiful little stream running through. And here we go, getting back to the road. I don't want to be late. Is there a road here? Maybe not, maybe I've got to turn around. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that's a little house, I don't actually know, I can't tell. There's definitely no through road though. That's for sure. So back up we go. Alright guys, I'll catch you maybe later on today. But if not, today will be a very short entry because it's going to be more of a day off, and it's turning into a really beautiful day today actually. It's sunny, it's cool, it's just perfect. Yeah! Oh man, it feels good to be rested as well. I actually got some sleep last night and it just changes everything. I can't recommend, if you're doing a trip like this, make sure before I lose the front end into the wood. Let's just get it back on the road, there we go. That you get rest. It's really important for enjoying the trip to the fullest, and obviously also being safe on the road. Bum bum. Okay, we're back. Let's get going. I think eventually when you're out on a bike for this amount of time, being away from home on your own, for me anyway, it's definitely gotten to this point of being enough. You know, it's enough for now. And I think potentially if I took more downtime, more time out, spent more days just settling in at places and taking some time off, it might be different. Well, that's pretty beautiful. And this will be the first time on this whole trip that I've swum in the sea, so that's quite exciting. I'm glad that I've come down. Look at that. Very, very nice. We are here, we have arrived, and I think I'm going to switch off for today and take a break. I really need it. I really, really need it. I am kind of pooped at the moment. I just need a few days off to fully relax. Yo, I would say good morning, but it's actually just turned 12:15, so it's no longer the morning. But I am taking some time off. I took yesterday off pretty much. I rode down to Izola, which is where I am right now, on the coast of Slovenia. And I'm taking today off as well, not just off riding, but off vlogging, off having to move, off having to pack up. You know, it's very nice to take some time out. But yeah, I've got this beautiful space. It's Annabelle's parents' place, and it just means that I can take a breath, get my thoughts together, get my plans together for the rest of the trip, and actually settle down. Also, plan the routes, cut some vlogs, reply to comments, reply to emails, do a bit of life admin, and maybe even just take the bike out around town without the bags on, just to explore a bit for fun, you know? Anyhow, I think I can't stress the importance of when you're doing a longer trip, you have to find time to take off. Otherwise, everything's just a blur, and it becomes, for me, it's became too much to keep on top of. You know, something's always been lacking when I've not taken a day off. It's the planning's been lacking, or I've been tired, so I'm not enjoying it, or, you know, I've run out of clean clothes, or I'm just getting sloppy with where I'm going to stay for the night and booking random places that I don't even really want to go to, or spending more money than what I want to. So I think taking time off at least once a week, taking a full day off of like doing long distances or moving somewhere else or getting all your stuff back on the bike, is really essential, I think, as part of enjoying the trip. Unless you're doing like an A to B bombing it kind of trip, you know, then I totally get it, and then you're ready for it, you know. It's like a rally. It's more like, we don't have time to stop. We're getting to this place, then we're coming back, and that is the objective, then fine, you know. But I'm not really doing that. As you've seen, I'm very much doing whatever I want. And if you're planning on the go and just going with a loose plan, you need time. If you've got a direct plan, which is like, bam, I'm doing this, and that is the only thing I want to do, then great. But this trip has not been like that. So I've been planning tomorrow. I've got to go to Ljubljana to drop something off. Then I'm going to go up to Lake Bled on some roads that Klaus has recommended. This whole route Klaus has recommended, actually. If you zoom in, you can actually check the roads, which is a great way of doing it, because the other day we got it wrong and Google Maps changed the route that he sent to me. But then we've got a load of, so I come up through here, up to the Seeberg Saddle, which is a pass, come through a bit of Austria to Palvik Pass, down that one, up through a bit more of Slovenia, and then we end up in Bleiburg. I believe that's what it's called, in Austria tomorrow. So it's quite a rough plan, but I'm trusting Klaus because he's from around here. He's from Austria, and he's ridden a lot of these roads. So I'm going to take his advice, do that trip tomorrow, stay there, and the day after that, I'm cutting across a bit more west towards Matthias's place to see him for a couple of days, chill out, get some recommendations, plan the journey home. I've got until the 16th, really, which is about just over 2 weeks. So I've got loads of time. My plan is to try and get back, ideally by mid next week is the plan, before the 17th, you know. So I've got choices. I can either just find the highway and shoot back as fast as possible, or I can dip back in and out of Italy and Switzerland and France and explore some of the stuff that I haven't seen. It will be more hard riding. It won't be, oh, look at this beautiful thing, let's stop off and then stop, you know, wherever I want. It will be more, let's get home, but also see some nice stuff. So that's the choice that I've got right now. It's one or the other. I either go through Germany and hit the highway, or go through some nicer parts and explore a little bit more before hitting France and then just going straight across to the ferry. I'm going to try and book the ferry today or tomorrow as well, just so I have a set date to be there. And then we will make the choice of what to do. I'm sure that I'll plan that with Matthias, actually. But yeah, the vlog has taken a bit of a break. Yesterday we went out on the boat. It was incredible to get out on the speedboat. Went for some dinner, had some beers. I actually watched TV last night. I watched TV. That felt insane to me. First time in 5 weeks I watched TV now. Wow. And I watched an incredible TV series. I just started a new one. I'll tell you what it is in another vlog. It's not relevant to this vlog, but I just had a great time. Anyway, I want to go for a wander around town, get the bike out of the garage, perhaps potentially go for a ride today, just around the surrounding areas, and get myself ready for tomorrow, pretty much. It's a long ride. It's about 6 hours tomorrow, I think, with breaks. So, yeah. Anyway, no, longer than 6 hours. About 7 hours tomorrow riding. But it'll be fine. I've had loads of rest. I'm feeling much better now. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, you've got our first real issue with the Royal Enfield. And I'm currently talking to Gabe because he's on the phone to the dealership because I have no minutes. Which is dumb. I've been on this whole trip with no minutes. So anything that goes wrong, any emergencies, I've not been able to call anyone.